Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Natasha from YARNOVER, and in today's video tutorial I'm going to show you how to create my super adorable little loaf cat. So this is a no sewing pattern. The pattern used to be a sewing pattern where you had to attach the tail, but I did update it. So when you watch this YouTube video and you go to my blog or you go to the page where this pattern is available to purchase, you will find the brand new updated pattern for the loaf cat that is a non-sewing pattern. So I changed it to a no sewing pattern. So I just added the ears as you go, and I also changed the tail. But in this YouTube tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to create this cute little kitten. So for this kittens, I use the Kismet Velvet Plush yarn. If you want to get your own yarn, you can go to the wool shop. You can use my code YARNOVER and get a 5% discount. In the video tutorial, I'm going to use cotton so that you can see exactly what I do, because with the plush yarn, I've made a video with the plush yarn, but you can't really see where I go into the stitch when I do the video tutorial. So I changed it up and I made it in a cotton yarn so that you can see exactly where I go into the stitch, the front loop and back loop to make the tail and the legs and the ears. You can either make this in the plush yarn like this, or you can make it in a cotton or acrylic yarn and use it as a keychain. The original pattern is like the Fat Cat keychain pattern, and that's the one that I updated. So you can make it a keychain pattern, or you can make it these plushies, or you can use a thicker yarn like a blanket yarn and you can make them bigger plushies. So with these, this is the original pattern with the 2 stripes, but you can literally make it any color you want to. You can just change the colors as you go, and you can make different type of little kittens with this pattern. So without keeping you any longer, let's go make these cute little loaf cats, or like I've named mine, the Fat Cat keychain pattern. Okay, so I just want to pop in here and just let you know. So you will see in the video that I sometimes look a little bit yellow, or I would look a little bit dark. It's because I had like yellow curtains hung up. There was new curtains, but that was a big mistake because everything was yellow at the end of the day. So my hands, my nails, my skin, everything is yellow. So I went into my home and I got some not new, yeah, they are new curtains that I haven't used yet. They were all white, and I just hang them up. I took down the yellow ones and hang up the white ones, and my videos look so much better now. So just keep in mind that sometimes it will look a little bit yellow. My nails would look yellow, but it's because of the curtain that was hung here and the sun was shining through and it made everything yellow. So just a head up, if you see in the video everything is yellow, it's just because the sun is reflecting onto my hands and nails and making everything look yellow. Okay, so for this video tutorial, I'm going to use the cotton 4-ply from L Yarns. You're going to need 2 colors. So I'm using the L Cotton's 4-ply for this keychain pattern. But like I said in the beginning of the video, I made one in the kitten in plush like this. But you can always make it in a cotton to make it a keychain. So this tutorial is going to be for the keychain. But as you use Kismet plush yarn or any other plush yarn, you can make a small little plushie like this one. So you will need about 30 grams of yarn, and I'm using the 2 colors because we're going to make a striped little kitten. You're going to need a keychain holder for your keychain. I'm going to use a 2mm hook because it's a 4-ply yarn, and then you need a stitch marker. I just use this bobby pin. You're going to need a pair of safety eyes, and then also some stuffing to. You will also need a pair of scissors to cut the yarn. You will also need a darning needle to sew the back of the kitten and then attach the keychain. So first you're going to pick the color that you want to start with. I'm going to do the orange with the pink stripes. So you take your first color yarn. First we're going to start with the magic ring. And within that magic ring we're going to single crochet 6. Once we have finished single crocheting 6, we're going to pull it tight, and we're going to have our first round with 6 single crochets. The next round calls for increase times 6, so that means we're going to go twice in 1 single crochet, and we're going to repeat that 5 times. So it is in the first stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets. And in the second stitch we're also going to do 2 single crochets. We're going to repeat that till we have 12 stitches on our round. Once you have finished that, we have 12 stitches on a round, and we move on to the next increase round. Next round, the pattern calls for 1 single crochet increase, so we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first stitch. We're going to place our stitch marker, and in the second stitch we're going to do 2 single crochets in one stitch. That's an increase, and we're going to repeat this 5 times more till we have reached our stitch marker again. So it's 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet increase, and you will end up with 18 stitches on your round once you are done. Once you have completed that round, you will now have 18 stitches, and we move on to the next round, and that is 2 single crochet increase. So we're going to do our first single crochet. We're going to place our stitch marker. We're going to do 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to do an increase in the third stitch. So that is 1 sequence, 2 single crochet increase, and we're going to repeat that by doing it 5 times more. So it's another 2 single crochet increase. By the end of the round you will have 24 stitches. So the next round we're going to do 3 single crochet increase. You're going to insert your hook into the first stitch. You're going to place your stitch marker. You're going to single crochet 2 in the next 2 stitches, so it's 1 single crochet, another single crochet, and in the fourth stitch from your stitch marker you're going to do an increase, and you're going to repeat that 5 times more. So you're going to do 3 single crochets, so it's 3 single crochets in 3 different stitches, and then the fourth one is going to be an increase, where you place 2 single crochets within 1 stitch. By end of this round you will have 30 stitches. For your last increase round is going to be 4 single crochet increase, so we're going to do our first single crochet. Then we're going to do 3 more single crochets in 3 different stitches, so it's going to be 1, so that's 1 already with the stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, and then an increase, and we're going to repeat that 5 times more. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet stitches and an increase, and you're going to repeat that till you have reached your stitch marker again. At the end of this round with 4 single crochet increase, you will now have 36 stitches on your round. In this round we are now going to make the ears, so we are going to single crochet in the next 9 stitches. So you're going to do your first stitch, you're going to place your stitch marker, and then you're going to continue crocheting the last 8 stitches. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when we make the first ear, we're only going to work into the front loop of our stitch. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets, 1 chain, 2 half double crochets within 1 stitch. So we're going to start with half double crochet. You're going to yarn over. You're going to insert your hook. You're going to yarn over again. You're going to pull up a loop. You're going to yarn over and pull through 3 loops. That's 1 half double crochet. We're going to repeat that. It's yarn over, insert hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and that's your second half double crochet. Then you're going to do a chain 1, and you're going to do 2 half double crochets again. Everything within that front loop of your stitch. Now for the opening between the ears, or the space between the ears, we're going to do 6 single crochets. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to repeat the step of the first ear. So it's 2 half double crochets in the front loop only, a chain 1, and then 2 half double crochets once again in that front little loop. And now we're going to single crochet in the remaining 19 stitches of your round. So we're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch around till we reach our stitch marker again. And at the end of the round, if you do count the ears with the stitches that you do around, it's going to be 44 stitches in total. That's with the ears included. So here's the round now complete with the 2 ears that are going to go on top. And now we're going to move on to the next round where we are going to insert the legs as we go. In this round now we're going to do the feet. So you're going to do 1 single crochet for the first round. Place your stitch marker. And you're going to single crochet 8 till you have reached the corner of your first ear. So that is 1 stitch already. So 8 more. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is the 9 stitches from your previous round as well. You made 9 before you made the ear. So now we're going to work in the back loop only of the stitch behind this ear. That's from the previous round. You skip that back loop. So if you turn your work around, you will see there's this little loop here at the back in the center. If you pull the ear a little bit, you will see there's an opening. There's an opening there. And then just below that opening is a little stitch, and that is the back loop. And you're going to work into that back loop for the single crochet, and then we're going to just move on directly to the next stitch. You made the 6 single crochets between the ears. That next 6 single crochets you're going to single crochet as normal. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you will see the ear pops out a little bit, goes to the front, and that is what you are looking for. And then you're going to work in the back loop of the other ear, the second ear, and you're going to go into that back loop. You're going to make a single crochet stitch as well, and then you're going to continue for the next 11 stitches before we make our first paw. So you're going to go into the stitch after. So it's 2 half double crochet, 1 chain, 2 half double crochet. You're going to work into that next single crochet. You're going to single crochet 10 stitches before we reach our first paw. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now we're going to make the first paw of the kitten, and we're going to do that using a bobble stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over, you're going to insert your hook into the stitch, you're going to pull up a loop, you're going to yarn over, but you're only going to pull through 2 loops. Then you're going to yarn over again. You can insert your hook. You're going to bring up a loop. You're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And you're going to repeat that 2 times more. So once again, in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert, pull up, pull through. So there now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through all 5 of those loops. And you're going to, with your hook, go from the back into the next single crochet next to it so that it pops out to the front. So there you have your first little paw and you made your first single crochet. So 4 more single crochets and then we're going to go into the next stitch where we're going to make the second leg. So you made 1 single crochet, so it's 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more single crochet to our next bubble stitch. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all those loops and we're going to single crochet into the last stitch. There we have finished the 2 legs of the kitten, and now we're going to continue just single crocheting around because we're going to build onto the body. To start a new color, I'm going to show you a little tip. So I just removed that last stitch what we made from the bobble stitch, so to change the colors. So we still need that 1 stitch at the end. So I'm going to insert the hook, I'm going to pull up a loop and I'm going to leave it just as it is. And then I'm going to take my new color, I'm going to hook it onto the crochet hook. I'm going to pull it through both loops, and that is how we finish the single crochet stitch with a new color. And then I'm just going to knot it at the back to secure it so that the yarn tail of the new color doesn't slip out. So we're just going to knot it. And there we have our brand new color onto our work. Now the pattern calls for 5 rounds of single crochet. So we're going to do 2 rounds in the pink yarn and 1 round in the orange and then 2 rounds in the pink yarn again. So for the next 5 rounds, we're just going to single crochet in each stitch around. There's 36 stitches on this hook because you skipped those 5 here and this 5 here. We brought it back to 36 stitches. So we're going to single crochet around each and every stitch, 36 stitches. When you come to the bobble stitch and you want to make the single crochet for the next round, if you turn your work over, you will see that there's a little elongated stitch over here, and that is the 2 stitches that you work in when you do the single crochet stitch around the body. So you're going to go into that elongated stitch and you're going to single crochet as normal and just move on to the next stitch and just single crochet in as normal. So when you do a bobble stitch, you will see in the next round, it's going to have, like I've mentioned, have that long elongated stitch there. It's much wider than normal single crochet next to it. So we're just going to go into that stitch as normal and we're going to go to the following single crochet stitch. So that's 1 round done. So once you have completed the first 2 rounds of the body, then we're going to switch colors again for the centerpiece where there's 1 stripe in the middle. So we're not going to finish that last single crochet from the last stitch on our previous round. We're only going to do it halfway like this. So I'm just going to show you. So that is the last single crochet of the round. We're going to insert our hook. We're going to pull up a loop. We're going to drop the main color. We're going to pick up the new color. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and that is how we change colors to the new yarn. And then we're just going to continue just 1 round of the orange in the center, and then we're going to switch back to the pink yarn and we're going to do 2 more rounds of the pink yarn, and then we're going to start decreasing our little kitten. Here we've reached the end of our orange round. The last stitch, we're not going to finish it. We're going to hook the new color and we're going to pull it through. And then we're just going to continue to make 2 rounds of the pink again. And now the body is done. So we have the 2 pink, the 1 yellow or orange, and then 2 pink again. So at this point, we can insert the safety eyes because we're going to do the 2 back legs, and then we're going to start decreasing and insert the tail as well as we crochet. So the safety eyes can be inserted between rounds 4 and 5, counting from the magic circle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So between rows 4 and 5, you can insert your eyes. I put them closer to the ears than to the legs because they can be higher up to the body. So they're more to the top of to the ear, towards the ears than the legs. It's between rounds 4 and 5. And then you can just secure them. Once they are secured, you can then continue with the back legs. So when you have reached your last round of the pink, we're not going to finish that last single crochet. We're going to attach the new color. And now we're going to do the back legs. We're going to single crochet in the next 28 stitches before we do the first bobble stitch for our back leg. So it's 1, 2, 27, 28. So now we have done 28 single crochet stitches. I'm going to do the bobble stitch in the next stitch. And now we're going to do 5 single crochets. And we're going to do another bobble stitch. And we do the next bobble stitch. And then we'll single crochet in the last stitch of that round. And we're going to have 36 stitches again. And there's the back legs done of the kitten. This is what it will look like from the side. And now we're going to start decreasing our little kitten and inserting the tail as we make it. So the next round calls for single crochet in each stitch around. So we're going to do our first single crochet. We're going to insert our stitch marker and we're going to single crochet 36 stitches around. So now we have completed the round. So the next round we're going to start decreasing. So the first decrease round is going to be 4 single crochet decrease. So we're going to insert our stitch marker. We're going to do 3 more single crochets and decrease. So decrease is when we make 2 stitches 1. So that's 4 single crochets, and then we're going to do a decrease. And we're going to work in the 2 front loops of the 2 stitches. We're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, and that is how you do the decrease. So it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's a once again front loop, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and we're going to continue till we have reached the end of our round. At this point of the pattern, you can cut your yarn. At the end of the round for this 4 single crochet decrease, you will have 30 stitches, and now for the next round we're going to do 3 single crochets increase. So for the next part of the pattern, we're going to insert the tail. So we're going to do 2 single crochet decrease times 3. So we're going to repeat that method 3 times. So it's going to be 1, place your stitch marker, 2, a decrease, then it's going to be another 1, 2, decrease, and then it's going to be another 1, 2, decrease. And now we're going to add the tail to the back of the kitten. So we're going to chain 8. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go back on this chain to thicken the tail by doing half double crochet. So we're going to do half double crochets down the tail again. So it's in the first chain. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to slip stitch into that same stitch where we did the decrease. So we're just going to go into that stitch just to connect the tail so it doesn't have the little loopy side, and keep it centered. So we're going to do a slip stitch into that decrease stitch. And then we're going to continue with our decreases. So it's 2 single crochets, decrease, 2 single crochet, decrease, and then your last stitch you're also going to do 2 single crochets, decrease. And now for the next round we're going to do 1 single crochet, decrease. So before we do the last decrease of 1 single crochet decrease, we're going to stuff our little kitten. So the opening is now small enough. We're going to stuff it nice and firmly with some stuffing, polyester stuffing. Just make sure the stuffing is nice and evenly spread. Now we're going to move on to the next round for 1 single crochet decrease. So we're going to do 1 single crochet. We're going to insert our stitch marker. And then we're going to do a decrease. So it's 1 single crochet, decrease, 1 single crochet, decrease, And once you have reached the tail, you can flip the tail over and you will see that there is like a little stitch here in the center. It will make like a little stitch here in the center. You can go into that stitch, make one single crochet, and then decrease in the next stitch, 2 stitches next to the tail. And then one single crochet, decrease till you have reached the end of your round. Now we are on our very last round and we're going to do 6 decreases. And we're going to cut our yarn, leave a long enough strand so that you can attach the keychain as well. So you want to thread the yarn through the darning needle, and we're going to close up the back. I'm just going to add a little bit more stuffing because it is a little bit loose at the back. So we're going to close up the bottom by just weaving through the ends and closing it at the bottom. I like to make a little knot. Now we're going to attach the keychain and we're going to go through the back of the kitten up to the center between the ears, between the 2 stripes. And we're going to go up there with the yarn. We're going to take our keyring. We're going to thread it through the last loop of that keychain. We're going to go back. We're going to go to the bottom center. We're going to pull it down into the body. We're going to go back up to where the keychain is. And we're going to just pull up a little bit and just let that needle go through the eye again. And we're going to go back to the back of the kitten, pull tight, and then like I said, I just like to make a little knot, and then we're just gonna take that needle back with the yarn back into the body. And we're going to take our scissors and just cut the yarn tail. Give our kitten a little squeeze just to make sure everything is in place and all the pieces of yarn tail is hidden. I'm going to straighten out the ears a little bit, and there we have our little kitten. So now we can just attach a nose by making a little X. I just take a little piece of white cotton, thread it through the needle, insert it into the body, and then just make a little X in front for the nose. You can either make it across like this, elongated one with a long line in the middle like a T, a letter T, or you can make like a little X. And then you can just move it around a little bit with your needle. And then we just knot it. And we thread in the yarn tails. And there we have our little kitten keychain all done, made with 4-ply cotton. And like I've mentioned in the beginning of the video, you can either make it with plush as well. And this is what they would look like. So that is it for the video. Your little kitten is done. Here we made him in the keychain. This is super cute, super fun, and always they do sell very fast at my markets, little keychain patterns as well. And then we made it in the Kismet velvet yarn, as I've mentioned. If you want some of the velvet yarn, you can get it at the wool shop and use my code YARNOVER for a 5% discount. But this is what they look like, and they look super cute. I just love making them, and they are very fast to make. So if you want to make some kittens for your next market, remember to like and subscribe and watch this video and tag me in my social media post Yarn Over with Natasha if you have made any of these kittens using my YouTube tutorial. I would love to see them.